Om Sai Ram. Hello and welcome to Tarot Pal. As some of you are returning subscribers and you do know that we do weekly Sai Baba Oracle reading on Tarot Pal every Thursday. So I'm back with this week's message. For those of you who are new here, there is a schedule and I make more than 4 to 5 videos every week. Do consider subscribing if this reading helped you. So, I'm burning some frankincense for you and some sage, and I send you a lot of healing and a lot of positive light. It's been a wonderful day for me, and personally, one of those days wherein I do Sai Puja every Thursday, but today literally felt magical. So, I had to tell you that I'm sending you a lot of love, and thank you so much for spending your time with me and choosing to follow Tarot Pal. If you haven't yet liked, shared, and subscribed, please do consider. Okay, so we have 3 options for you today, but before that I'd like to do some energy clearing for you. And okay, do not skip the intro because I have some strong channel message that I received during my prayers this time. And not every Thursday would I have a channel message for you, but today I clearly did. There are some rituals I do for myself, and Sai made it very evident for me throughout the day that I need to share those with you guys, okay? And throughout this week, I strongly recommend you try these and you come back and tell me if any of those helped and worked. The first ritual I want to talk about is Sai Sat Charitra. What do I do with it? Sai Sat Charitra, and I'll give you the link in the description below, is a book written, of course, about the works of Sai Baba, who he was, what he did, and I understand some of you are not readers, so my ritual is actually for the non-readers better. What I tend to do is whenever I'm worried or I have a question in my mind, I'd either open the Sai Charitra chapter randomly, whichever page comes out. I'd read the page, and 8 out of 10 times the answer is right there. The remaining 2 times I just have to read a chapter instead of just the page, and the answer will come to me. Okay, so that's one thing I personally do. Now sometimes I'm not in a mood to read, and hence I like to also listen to Sai Sat Charitra. Okay, the great thing is that on YouTube there are already episodes, bite-sized episodes you can easily find, and you would be able to listen to only 15 minutes of a episode wherein they cover half of a chapter or something like that. So the ritual is very simple. Think of any number in your mind, make it to a single digit number, go to YouTube or pick up your Sai Sat Charitra book if you already have it. If it's in a book, look up the page number, both the single digit as well as the initial number that came in your mind. If you want to listen to it rather, simply go to YouTube. You'll find one link below. I'll give you one link of one chapter that comes to my mind after I'm done shooting this, and listen to that chapter. Okay, whichever number comes into your mind, do a YouTube search. Say for example your number is 26. So you type Sai Sat Charitra episode 26, okay, and episode 8. And tell me if that gives you some sort of an answer, some sort of a message. Sometimes it's just, more peace in life, okay? I really think you guys should watch this. This is beautiful. Okay. That's one ritual I definitely wanted to talk about that I personally do, and it works wonders for me. The second thing I definitely want to bring to your notice is that one of the messages that came very clear to me during reading the Sai Chalisa today was how much openness, he had in his heart for all kinds of culture, okay, all kinds of religion. And if you're somebody who's struggling with that, I strongly recommend you learn more about Baba. You would know internally how open or not open are you to discovering and learning about other cultures, other rituals, other religions. If there is any kind of a blockage in you, okay, do consider getting to know more about this wonderful ascended master called Sai Baba. Lastly, it's about animals, okay. I personally am a mad animal lover, and so was Baba. That's one of the first reasons that brought my attention to him, okay. If you can, please, 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 in the next 24 hours, go feed a stray. Any stray, okay. If you can feed 11, nothing like it. If you can't find 11 or you don't get to that part, just go feed some strays, okay. These are the 3 channel messages that I definitely wanted to talk to you guys about. It's a general collective message. Do let me know if you tried it. I'd be really excited, to hear your stories, and I'd also be excited to know what do you do, okay. Moving on. So we have 3 pile options for you. I'm going to put this on the side because I'm the clumsy one who's going to burn something. Okay. We have 3 piles for you as usual. That's pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. I have 3 fresh flowers for you as well. This, okay, I don't know the name of flowers in English many times. So I can tell you the Hindi or the Bangla name. I'm a Bengali, if that wasn't already known to some of you. But I can't tell you what flower this is, okay? So I'm just going to call that the yellow flower. Whoops, okay, I think that's better. Yeah, that's the yellow flower. And then we have, this smells heavenly, okay? I think this is Jasmine, right? I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. This is rose. This I know, okay? So that's rose. That's our white flower. That's our yellow flower. You can feel drawn to more than one pile. That's absolutely possible. If you do, feel free to listen to more than one of them. These are general messages. Please don't try to fit in every message that does not resonate with you. Okay? That said, I'll see you in your pile. Hello everyone that's picked this beautiful, I think it's called Marigold, right? I'm not sure. Let me know. Okay, I don't know the English names of these flowers. So let me know. I think this is Marigold. Okay. I know some of you are Indians, some of you are not. Some of you can read Hindi, some of you can't. So I'm going to try and walk you through this entire read. So don't worry, we'll cover all of it. Okay. One message that I want to give specifically to this pile is, if you don't know about the 11 promises that Sai Baba made to his devotees, please Google that and reread it, okay? If you already know what those 11 promises are, please go read those, because I feel that there's some sort of an answer, some sort of a message that you'll clearly get once you're working with, once you reiterate those messages to yourself, okay? Give me 1 second, guys. I think my internet is on and I want to switch that off just in case. Okay. Moving on with your messages. First things first, okay? If you see, and I don't believe in coincidence, Tarot Pal does not believe in coincidence. There's nothing like that shit, okay? I mean, yeah, sure, there is that shit, but I don't believe in it much, okay? Most things are not coincidental. So this card just got wet while I picked this flower. It had a little bit of water in it and it got wet, okay? Some of you have been crying, okay? And you've been crying a lot and you've been feeling very upset. And Baba, through this pick a card reading, wants to tell you, first of all, he has heard you and he wants to hug you, okay? Do you see this little girl getting hugged by him? Okay? It says kindness. His mercy, rather it says grace. Kripa is more grace than kindness. So his grace is on you, and it hurts him that you're so sad. It hurts him that you're crying, because when we cry, when we are that unhappy, please understand that as our guru, as our teacher, as the ascended master who has given us those 11 promises, which is why I want you to listen to those 11 promises, it hurts him, right? I mean, don't you believe in his promises? Don't you believe that he has the best intention in his heart for you, that he knows better than you what will bring you happiness? Okay, so of course he understands your emotions, but the first thing that I want to tell you through this message is that your prayers are being heard, your hurts are being heard, seen, and please remember that this is karma shuddhi, karma clearing, and no matter whether it's God or whether it's an ascended master, whether it's an astrologer, nobody can actually clear out your complete karma, right? They can help you navigate through it. One of the best examples I like to give about astrology is if it's destined for you to get into an accident, astrology cannot stop that accident, okay? And any astrologer who's trying to tell you that they can, I mean, sure, we can deflect it or we can go delay it, but eventually something will happen, okay? Your hand, if it's supposed to get cut, it will still get cut. The only difference of being aware about astrology and following astrological remedies is that it's a mind wiring or a mind reprogramming tool. How you react to it, how much does your hand hurt when it got cut, that changes, that shifts. So not that you're not going to cut your hand anymore. If that's your karma, you will live that karma. Maybe it won't bleed that hard. Maybe you won't be scared. Maybe you would not even, think for more than 10 minutes about that hand that got cut, okay? That is what mind rewiring and astrology and all kinds of self-awareness and self-help tools do, right? So the first idea, the first message I have for you is cancel, clear, and delete any negativity that you've been holding on to, or any time that if you've it happens to us as humans. When we are unhappy, we tend to curse a lot. Nobody loves me, the universe doesn't support me, I don't know why everybody is against me, God, you don't I don't even know if God exists, and all of that. I mean, while it's natural and it's understandable, faith is the whole point of faith is when the days are dark. The point of faith is not when everything is happy and great, right? Rather, the point of devotion is, and this feeling came to me very strong when I was doing, I asked him for something today, and immediately, as soon as I asked him, there was this very clear, I'm a clairaudient, I had a very clear message that came in, and I said that same thing to him. And even if you don't give it to me, I know you'll give me something better. Right? So hence, whenever I do a ritual, I'll always, if I'm asking something specific, I typically avoid asking for specific things. But if I am asking for something very specific, I'll always end it with this or something better. Okay? So for you, that's my first message. Cancel, clear, delete the negative thinking that is ongoing. The fact that you feel that you're cornered, nobody loves you, things are not working out for you. Even when things look as if they are not working out for you, believe me, they are working out for you. Okay? The second message I want to get to is, of course, Kripa and Swecha. Sometimes we have these scripts in our mind, okay, which is why I can understand why with your pile these messages came back to me all the more. With your pile, clearly you have a script in your mind. You have a storyline, okay. This is how I want my day to be. This is how I want my life to be. This is how I want people to look at me. That is not life, okay, and that is not you being connected to the divine. Your script is basically your ego playing out whatever information it has so far collected. It's very limited in its thinking of what will bring you happiness, right? When we start running scripts, we think that only we know which road will bring me happiness, okay? And that's never true. Honestly, that's never true. Even the most wisest human being, the moment they become control freaks and they want to decide what life throws at them, first of all, they're not wise anymore because that's not possible. And second of all, that's not really in alignment with the spiritual life that we are here to live, okay? So the second message for you is, if you have a script, if you have a rigid agenda, if you have I only want things to happen this way, then you need to let that go, okay? The reason you need to let that go, and I'm not saying let your dream go. Let's say, and I'll give you an example. Let's say you want to be... Okay, you want to be rich, right? So if you want to be rich, what is it that you're going to get when you're going to get rich, right? Maybe you'll get more power, maybe you'll get more respect, maybe you'll have access to more resources. Instead of getting stuck on the dollar value that you want to attract, try asking for that emotion, that output that you're going to get when you have that much money, right? That, and then continue doing you're living your life and attracting, making your rituals, because then you're giving universe a chance to step in and do its part. Your spirit guides are here for a role for you, right? You can't take away their role and, then expect things to go right. You need to let go, ask for that final emotion or the final output that you seek, and then let the how will it going to happen, leave that to the universe, okay? Leave that to Baba. That's the second message I have for you. Please do away with any kind of a script that you're running in your mind, because that's the cause of your unhappiness. Okay, your life might not be as unhappy as you think it is. It's just that, I think it's a Pinterest quote. The problem is that we are not unhappy with what life is. We are unhappy because it's not what we had hoped it to be, right? So it's our hope, it's our scripts, it's our expectation of what we thought is the only route to our happiness that often makes us miserable. Okay, his grace, okay, is the one of the most I've had some difficult Thursdays in the past 2 Thursdays. Okay, one was really hard, the other one was not so hard, but I've had the past 2 Thursdays were really bad for me. Okay, but if only you've ever been connected to a divine angel, or if you understand what devotion is, you would know what I mean by saying, even at your worst hour, it's so comforting to be connected to him. Okay, because even when you're crying, even when things are breaking apart, it's like that hand on your shoulder, right? Or that pat on your head, which comforts you through all of this. An atheist friend of mine said that it takes courage to be atheist, and I absolutely agree. It takes a lot of courage to be atheist, and I respect them as much as I respect believers, right? And the reason why it takes courage is because they are very alone. To be an atheist is to believe that you are here alone, and you're going to, all of this is just alone. Okay, at some level there is no connection to the other, there is no connection to the higher source. And I'm not meaning atheist by just saying non-religious. Spiritual people for me are not technically atheists, right? Because they do have faith. People who don't have faith, okay, when you don't have faith, you're actually sure you're taking the hard road, because God doesn't abandon you. I mean, you've just stop believing that he exists. He doesn't care for your validation to exist, obviously, right? Because people who have faith and devotion, they will experience this, that when you have genuine faith and you're genuinely connected and you truly understand what devotion is, it's not like you're going to have any easier lives than those who don't have that faith. What happens is your navigation is so much better, right? Your comeback is so much easier and quicker, because that confidence, that hope, that what you need for a human to stand up again and try again, that is very strong. Okay, that's the second message I'm getting for you guys. Please connect to Baba if you're not already connected to him. If you are connected to him, I want you to feel his divine presence through this reading. Okay, I want you to understand that he's with you always, and he never abandons you. Okay, if you remember that he never abandons you, all the scripts that you have, everything that is worrying you, honestly, it's meaningless, right? Because you're never going to become stronger than the entire force of the universe. So if I'm telling you that the universe has your back, what are you worrying and sad about? Okay, whatever you are sad about, by the way, I saw 1818. You might want to Google that angel number and see what message it has for you. Divine timing. Okay, that's the English translation of the card that I'm holding. Divine timing. That's your keyword. And if you resonated with this reading, of course, please do like and subscribe. But more importantly, type it in the comments. I am ready to receive when the universe is ready to give. Okay, because you believe in the divine timing. Trust me, the best of the relationships have miserably failed because two people met at the wrong time. Best of the job offers or best of the career projects did not go well because they were not initiated at the right time. So timing in life is everything. So if Baba is here to tell you that it will happen and things will happen for you if you believe in the divine timing, please do take that message and have faith in this. Okay, I hope this helped. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. The more subscribers I get, more people get access to these messages, and if it did make you feel good, I would love to reach more people who can be helped through this. Take care. Bye-bye. Hello and welcome to those of you who picked these beautiful white flowers. Okay, tell me in comments below if that is really jasmine or if that's something else. I don't know. So yeah. Okay. I hope you didn't miss the intro, because if you did, please go back and listen to the channel messages. Because the ritual I strongly want this pile to do, okay, is the ritual where we talked about the Sai Sat Charitra chapter. Okay, clearly that message was for you guys more than anybody else. Okay, so please don't miss the intro. Go back to the channel messages part. I will put in the stamps below, and listen to that message. Okay, moving on. In your life, the first message that Baba wants to bring to you right now is that you have no idea, and maybe you don't believe in it yet, but you have an army of spirit guides, of angels who are supporting you, who are protecting you. And sometimes we can't see because we are in darkness, or we think that we deserve to get better. But if only we knew, those, how do I explain it? If your reality is X, and you think that you need to get to Y, what if I tell you that if you get to Y, you're going to die? Okay, hey, that rhymes, okay? Point is, you don't know what you're being saved from. And every night before I sleep, I strongly recommend you do this. Thank them, okay? Just a simple thank you. Okay, there is a miracle that Earth has gravity. There's a miracle. I mean, don't give me the science. Of course, I know the science. Okay, I don't expect somebody to write in comments the science of it. But like I said at the beginning, I don't believe much in coincidences. Everything is happening for a reason, and that's the message that I have for you. Can you please believe that everything that is happening in your life is a part of a divine plan? A plan that you can't see yet, a plan that you don't know about yet, but that plan is better, way better than any dream you've ever had. Your best imagination cannot beat that plan. Trust me, just take away that much from this read and you're sorted for the week. Your plan can never be as good as what his plan is. Okay? The second message I have for you is charity. Okay, I did already mention in my channel messages the feed a stray. If you are not very connected, I mean, I still suggest go feed the stray. And then, of course, please do also help, especially somebody homeless. Okay, I mean, there are different kinds of people who are in need, but specifically the kind of charity that you should do is donate something to, and something food. Okay, donate food to the homeless. This week, over the weekend, go out and donate food to the homeless. That will bring you some sort of a karma clearing. It will bring you nothing else, a good feeling, right? So go donate some food to homeless, okay? That's just very simple message for you. Some of you are healers. Some of you are empaths. Some of you are tarot readers yourself. If you're not already aware, you can be very good with mediumship. Okay, what is mediumship? When you channel in and you speak to people who are not of this realm. They could be dead, they could be otherworldly, they could be mystical creatures. But basically, mediumship is when you are able to connect. You're able to channel in to other sources. Okay, and not every time do we actually need to have these psychic powers to even be a medium. Sometimes you're a medium of light. Okay, I don't know if you've heard that story, and I'm not going to get into a storyteller's mode right now, but you could be the only person who helped somebody blind cross the road. And if you hadn't, maybe that blind person would be standing there for an hour and miss their bus, right? So maybe to you, that was just helping the blind person cross the road, right? But to them, you were just the angel they needed at that time, right? So this pile clearly has some angels, okay? You don't know how many lives you change. And I think you're very unaware about it, is one message I'm getting. You don't know how many small deeds, knowingly or unknowingly, you are currently doing that is bringing happiness into so many people's life, okay? And if you are aware that, yes, I am very aware that I have mediumship, and I am aware that, my touch, my presence, my words, through some way, I am making an impact and I am changing lives, no matter how small it is, okay? You don't have to be the next Elon Musk to change lives, okay? That's one thing I really want, especially my next generation to understand, and, people overall. To make an impact, just saving one dog. Guys, just one dog, you made an impact, okay? If you fed someone 3 days, you made an impact. Your life had a meaning. right? You came in and you did something beyond you. If you are doing anything that is only about you, and beyond that, if you can go about, anything beyond you, you have a meaning, you have a purpose, you created an impact. Okay, you don't have to be the next big startup CEO, you don't have to be the most richest man, you don't have to do the biggest charity, just something small. Sometimes just giving, and this is another message I want to strongly give. If you do have old people at your house, if you have elderlies at your house, sometimes just giving them 15 minutes of your time, right? Just sitting with them and having a conversation, that is bringing happiness through you. Be a channel of happiness. This week, if you could just make it your personal mission, that every day I'm going to be a source of happiness, not just to strangers, because it's very easy to do it to strangers. Okay, by the way, I know it's easier to do it to people we don't know, it's harder to do it to people we know. Okay, so do some good deed this week. Just go out and selflessly go out and help people. Okay, if you do have some crazy dreams, I want you to journal them. If you do believe in certain spiritual practices that have ever been ridiculed, or you are never sure, am I really going cuckoo, I want you to believe that you're neither cuckoo and nor do you need the validation of other people. Your faith, your rituals, your way of looking at life, all of that is true. There is not one reality, there are multiple realities, and let nobody else define your reality. Okay, this message is one of my favorite cards here. Okay, Bharosa is faith, Bharosa is trust, and Astha is devotion and faith. Okay, it has an element of both devotion and faith. Very similar to pile 1. So this message is very similar to pile 1. Whatever you've asked for is coming. In case you're getting impatient, just relax. Okay, desperation will always delay your manifestations. Okay, remember this, desperation will always delay your manifestations. So take it easy, go slow, and have faith that it's coming. Believe that it's coming. Whatever you've asked for, whatever you're dreaming to get. Okay, if these messages resonated, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It does mean the world to me. And thank you so much for choosing to spend your time. Take care. Bye-bye. Hello and welcome to everyone that's picked this pile. The first message I definitely have to give you, are you guys watching a lot of angel numbers? Because I just started your pile and the number I saw was 2727. Okay, so if you are somebody who's seeing a lot of angel numbers, 1212, 2727, and by specifically in angel numbers, twin numbers. Okay, so like 1010 or 1212, 1818, 1717, those repeat numbers, do let me know in the comments below, because that will be interesting, because that's the vision I see for this pile. Okay, you've picked the rose, Baba's favorite flower. If you didn't know that, that's his favorite flower. And first of all, I hope you've not missed out on the channel messages I gave at the very beginning. If you did, please go back and listen to it, because there are 3 remedies I've specifically prescribed for this week. Okay, what I want you to do is this week, first of all, beyond those 3 which I've already said, ground yourself. Okay, write down on a piece of paper your core beliefs about any topic you want to pick. Okay, you will know which one is hounding your mind right now. What do I mean by that? Let me give you an example. There are some core beliefs I hold about spirituality, right? About why am I here, or what about God. There are some core beliefs I hold about parenting. There are some core beliefs I hold about money. So whichever is the topic that you want to pick, on a piece of paper, write down your core values. If you can meditate, after that, you will get some wonderful clarity and answers. Don't judge any of your core values. Don't try to feel great about any of the values you have. Simply observe. Meditate and observe, where do these values come from? Okay, why do I believe all these things? And you don't have to change any of it. Please understand, none of these, you might have to change some of these if you want to. You might not want to change any of it, but it's just more realignment with your core value system. Okay, beyond this ritual as well, if there is anything that you'd like to, you already know that, doing this activity brings me back to the basics. The message for you this week is get back to the basics of everything. Why? Because clearly I have two cards talking very similar thing, which is assumptions. Okay, are you somebody who's getting plagued or getting blinded by assumptions? These assumptions may be valid or these assumptions may be invalid. But any moment when we are trying to live our life and make decisions on the basis of assumptions, we are getting into a danger zone, right? We need to know facts when we are making decisions, right? If you are someone who gets a lot of negative thinking and a lot of self-doubt and anxiety, or you think that other people are out there to get you, the first message I have for you with this card is stop believing everything that your mind tells you. Right? I mean, there is an inner voice and then there is paranoia. Are you really listening to your inner voice, or are you just paranoid? Plain paranoid. Okay? If there is fear, that is the root of your core value system or anything that you've been dealing with, then that needs to be addressed. Okay? So the first message I have for you, get back to the basics. The second message is obviously do all the rituals I've already shared, the remedies that I've already shared. Understand your core value system and be careful, be very, very careful of getting into an assumption based mode. Okay? I'm not saying something horrible is what you're assuming. You could be assuming great things. Okay? If you're assuming too many great things, you may be delusional. If you're assuming bad things, you may be going off. If you're not here and now, if you're not factual, there is a higher probability of making mistakes. Okay? Also, a very clear message that comes in here is that whatever bad in your dictionary, bad, okay, quote unquote bad, because there's no bad experience, it's all a part of the plan. Sometimes the sun is shining, sometimes it's an eclipse, all a part of the plan. Okay? It's not a bad day when it's an eclipse day. Okay? It's just another day. Okay? Everything that is bad happened to you has been a part of that plan, and everything that is happening to you right now, which you may be not liking much, okay, they're karma clearing for you. Sometimes if you want freedom from certain of your karmas, you always go out to your guru, right, your ascended master, and you ask them to help them clear any karma which is becoming too difficult for you to navigate through. Secondly, every experience that you've had has perhaps made you paranoid. Okay, I understand that this pile has not had always the most easiest life. There has been a lot of karmic relationships that you've got into. There might have been people who have betrayed you, but that is not done to you. That has been done for you. Okay, that is not done to you, it has been done for you to help you understand something about yourself. It could be your strength, it could be your weakness. If that thing didn't happen to you, you wouldn't have understood your own self, right? So it's a part of the plan. Don't let your past make you paranoid. Okay, that's a very strong message. Don't make your past make you believe that you know it all either. Okay, both sides are dangerous. Confidence and overconfidence, both of them can be dangerous. Finally, Baba is here to tell you that there is celebration coming. Okay, there's utsav coming. That's the Hindi of celebration. Okay, there is something brilliant that you will receive. It could be small, right? It doesn't have to be a great news for us to feel elated, but you're going to experience that feeling of elation very clearly, very evidently this week. Okay, there's going to be something great that's coming for you. The only thing that you need to be careful of is when that good thing happens or when it does not show up immediately, do not get into assumption mode. Okay, remain very, very, very factual. Already there is a Mercury retrograde ongoing, guys, so be very careful. Are you really communicating effectively? Okay, sometimes the other person says something else, we assume something else, and here becomes the problems, right? So be careful that you're listening correctly and you're saying what you're meaning, and double check, paraphrase. Okay, every important conversation that you've had, try and paraphrase and make sure that the other person is on the same page with you. Okay, another message I want to talk about is if you've been hurt okay, in any form. If you've been hurt, this week, I want you to write it in a piece of paper and make a God box. Okay, do you know what a God box is? It's basically any box you make and you assign to yourself and you say that in this box, I'm going to put all my worries, my pains, my tensions, and I'm just going to give it away. Okay, simply give it away to the universe. Okay, if you don't have a God box yet, make a God box. If you already have a God box, spend some time with it and write it down. Okay, write down everything that is worrying you, that is giving you anxiety, because that in itself will clear out a lot of karmas for you. Okay, sometimes a lot of things are just in our mind, guys. This pile this week is being alerted. Don't get so much into your head that you're living life from your head and you're missing out on actual facts. Okay, and most of these facts are perhaps good facts. Okay, the fact that this card comes in the end, the card of celebration comes in the end, maybe you're just thinking horrible things are happening when it's actually good things happening. Okay, that's a higher probability. So this message does not come to you to increase your fear that you're going to miss out something, or you're not reading enough in between the lines, or what facts are you missing. No, that's the exact opposite. Okay, don't get too much into your head. Okay, whatever is being said to you, listen, make a note, and just move on. You don't have to always do the analysis paralysis around it, right? You don't have to dissect every conversation we've ever had. Those were your messages, and if it did resonate, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It does mean the world to me. More subscribers, more people coming in, more people get to hear the messages that you loved and you just got help from. Thank you so much for deciding to spend your time again. Take care. Bye-bye.